Hi, I'm Nivedita Indrajit and I'm in conversation with Chaitanya Krishna. I know him to be an actor. I know him to be my classmate in psychology.
Mm,
I know him to be someone who's interested in art,
mm.
writing, telling stories. Creative genius is what I can call. I can take the liberty.
Wow, thanks, Nivedita.
So, today is a conversation to delve more into who you have been as a child, how you grew up, and has there been an influence of your childhood in your choices? So,
Right. So you want me to speak about my childhood?
yes, who is Chaitanya Krishna actually? Is he willing to show himself as an artist? The artist behind the artist that is seen.
Yeah. So I'll answer the first question first. What is my childhood like? పుట్టి పెరిగింది ఒంగోలు. So I've done my till my
Switch to
plus
any,
two దాకా. Hmm?
you can switch to any language.
Oh, okay, done. సో పుట్టి పెరిగింది ఒంగోలు. 12th class దాకా ఇక్కడే చదువుకున్నాను. I studied in Ongole Public School, OPS అనమాట. And we had a lot of extracurricular activities in the school. And I don't know, I was not a trained dancer, but somehow I got this dancing instinct in me. So I was a very good dancer in college, in school, in college, and everything. So there was this recognition when I was dancing. People came and said I danced really well and all that stuff. So and then there was I didn't know అప్పుడు తెలీదు అంత క్రియేటివ్ లిబరేషన్ ఉందని చెప్పి, విచ్ ఇంట్రోస్పెక్షన్ ఇప్పుడు ఆలోచిస్తే తెలుస్తుంది, లైక్ వై ఐ లైక్ డాన్సింగ్ సో మచ్ అని. But when people came and started appreciating me that I dance well and all this stuff, that's when that tinge of recognition came in. That people appreciate. You're so young, like 10 years, 12 years, and you feel that recognition that you're being recognized. And there's some kind of popularity in the school because I used to dance well. Probably our roots అప్పటి నుంచి పడ్డాయేమో, that I want to be known to a lot of people and I want to be this, I want to be that అని. And yeah, I used to play a lot of sports. I love sports. I mean, like అది కూడా it is like a creative expression అనిపిస్తుంది నాకు. I mean, like I used to play a lot of cricket in the school and college. To me, the fact that um, it is you catch the bat, or you have the ball, you try to bowl something, or you try to play it. It's like it's like your whole body is in control of yourself. Like when you dance, the entire body of yours is in control of yourself. So I like the fact that you can control, you can play around, and you can do a lot of stuff. So that excited me a lot. So Telikunda, our roots, that creative expression I have found from a very young stage, and I was lucky enough to nurture those creative instincts while growing up. And I had a lovely childhood. I think the best childhood. I don't know. I have a lovely childhood. School, illu, cricket, sports. I wish I'd learned some instrument back down there. Ledu and painting చేసేవాడిని for watercolors. For all those viewers, Nivedita is my art teacher, so she's like my mentor. Every time నేను I ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళట్లేదు, బట్ ఇంతకు ముందల్లా వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి వెళ్ళి కూర్చొని ఇద్దరం ఆర్ట్ తీసేవాళ్ళం. ఐ స్టిల్ రిమెంబర్ షీ కాల్ మీ అప్ ఫర్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది థింగ్స్ వేర్ ఒక hospital ki we drew the walls to the hospital.
It was
The
a
walls were leading birth center. Yeah. What is that done parent here?
healthy mother.
Healthy mother. So
They've changed the location now, but yeah, that was the first
yeah,
time experimenting with something to create more for mothers to have a
yeah,
birthing experience.
yeah. What
Oh,
was very fantastic to me was, this is the pathway that leads to the the delivery room, and she wanted to paint those walls in such a way that it gives that sense of confidence and sense of comfort and support to the mother who's going on the big journey of delivering the baby. And I fell in love with that idea, and so I joined along with her to paint those walls, and it was one such fantastic experience I had. Thank you so much, Nivedita.
fine.
And yeah, so the childhood was like that. Lots of extracurricular activities, sports, బుక్స్ కొంచెం చదివేవాడిని, పెయింటింగ్ వేసేవాడిని. అంత అద్భుతమైన పెయింటింగ్ అది. ఇట్ వాజ్ మోర్ ఆఫ్ న్యాచురల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఐ గెస్. యూ జస్ట్ వాంట్ టు డ్రా ఇట్ ఫర్ ది ఫన్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. And I loved physics in school, and I still love it. So kind of curiosity for things, it actually helped me, I guess. Yeah, and then yeah, so that was my childhood. My childhood was all about a lot of happy, good moments in my life. Yeah.
So what were your favorite books when you were reading at that time?
A lot of books, Nivedita. Ante anta
Focus a lot on Sherlock Holmes, Perry Mason, and all that as a child. And
yeah, I was reading.
To be a detective, what were you planning? Were they good reads that you did, or and did you focus on Indian kind of books, or was there more Enid Blyton and that? Because the school at Putlo only there were a lot of.
Yeah. So appudu school lo library lo undetappudu we used to have a lot of Reader's Digest, Tinkle stories, Sherlock Holmes stories, and a lot of stories with a lot of visual descriptions visuals undevi, and the stories were used to be there. Tintin Adventures, these stories anni undevi, and I used to cherish a lot reading them. My main focus was more on sports and mata. Games adali. TET period ante oka excitement. Games were like yeah.
So how did you get into films?
Oh yeah. So post I got a seat in engineering at SRK Arbindaram, so I started my engineering there. But from intermediate, I'm like అది గట్టిగా ఉండిపోయింది. I want to be an actor. I don't know why I want to be an actor. I don't know what it is. But కొన్ని మనకి తెలియదు. But introspection చూసుకుంటే it was this creative roots that wanted me to be an actor. Probably that freedom in creative expression. And college join అయ్యాను. College join అయ్యాక but the focus was more on I want to be an actor and all this stuff. So I studied, and post engineering I was working for a software firm. For 10 months work చేశాను. I had this moment in life where నేను ఎప్పుడు సినిమాల్లోకి వెళ్తానన్నా మా అమ్మ లేదు చదువుకో అండి. అండ్ ఇంక అనుకున్నా దిస్ ఇస్ ఇట్. ఇప్పుడు కాకపోతే ఇంకెప్పుడు I will not be able to pursue this. So let me go ahead and just quit the job, and I jumped into the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So see, when we see it on the screen, it's like a continuity for us as a viewer. Yeah. But behind the scene, there's a lot of work that goes into getting into the role that you're playing, or understanding the connection with other people in the roles, right? And the projects that you take up also. Even the subjects that you take are not very playful in that sense. Maybe one or two, but there's a lot of intensity. I see you moving towards intensity and moving towards doing something different.
Yeah.
So how do you choose that? Does that not impact the way you be for yourself?
Okay. Yeah. Nivedita, basically, the reason you wanted to be an actor is you want to enjoy this creative expression of various roles. And కొన్నిసార్లు ఏమైపోతుందంటే అవే రోల్స్ వస్తుంటాయి, అవే రోల్స్. The reason that you quit a corporate job, or reason that you quit everything else and want to be in this creative field, is because every day that you get up, you want to be excited about the fact that you're doing something different, something that will keep all your senses alert, saying that am I doing the best for this character? And over a point of time, నాకు వచ్చే roles కొన్ని there was nothing for me to explore the actor in me. కొన్నిసార్లు అలా నుంచొని చేసి వెళ్ళిపోతాం. బట్ సో I kind of ఏమైనా రోల్స్ వచ్చేటప్పుడు I make sure there is something for me to perform, to give that something. అంటే at the end of the shoot I should feel like I've done something different, I've done something creatively which is satisfying me అని అనిపించాలి. So I choose roles which challenge me as an actor so that I grow, and which also makes me feel excited about waking up in the morning to perform this role. So I choose roles, and somehow I get these intense roles. That's probably because I have beard all the time. Yeah. So
How much of the writing is happening off late? Because I know that when I was carrying and post all that, you would come home and you would narrate all through night. And Inder and I would like listen to the stories, and sometimes they're very gripping. I have not been a fan of being in a thriller mode, but with an exception of you telling it that okay, he is just telling me the story and I can just listen. It scares me actually. I know it's exciting. At the same time, the way you narrate it, it's like okay, I can listen.
right,
For me, it
right.
has always been that. So, how much more writing have you been doing, and what are the genres you're writing now?
Yeah. Um, yeah. Writing is something again I fell in love with Nivedita. I mean, like a lot of free time ఉండేది shoots మధ్యలో కానీ వీటిలో and I used to write and it used to give me so much high and you are my first listener so నాకు Nivedita is more than a sister so I keep bumping into her house to tell the new stories that I write so yeah so నా stories అన్ని అన్ని తనకు తెలుసు and whenever I used to see that expression on your face that this is exciting this is interesting and it used to give me a confidence that I do have in this it just needs some polishing for that inner writer to come out. So I am writing it, and I love the fact that that I am able to. If writing ఏమవుతుందంటే you just కళ్ళు మూసుకొని you visualize these roles and you feel like how these characters are behaving for everything, and sometimes it is as if like a virtual acting because a character నేను రాసిన సినిమాలో I write it with my name called Chaitanya Chai. So it was as if I'm closing my eyes and living in that virtual world of where I'm trying to be different characters. So it's actually a film is an acting on a screen, and this is me acting on my virtual space and what, and that gives me a high. So and the genres that I write, I like writing thrillers because I can see that curiosity face on you when I narrate a thriller. Yeah.
And they're very new also. I mean, it's not the see they say in the world that there are majorly 6 or 7 types of scripts.
Yeah.
Majorly, you cannot do beyond that 6 or 7 scripts.
Right.
But when I hear your story, it is like, yeah, it is fitting into one of those things, but it still is a new story. ఇంకో కొత్త కథ అది అంటే ఇట్లా కూడా అవుతుందా ఓ ఇట్లా కూడా అవుతుందా అనేది ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ కమింగ్ ఇన్ చాలా విషయాలు వినం మనం అంటే సంఘటనలు జరుగుతాయి లైక్ ఇన్ ద వరల్డ్ ఆల్సో వరల్డ్ ఈవెంట్స్ లో కూడా చాలా జరుగుతాయి బట్ అన్ని వినం మనం రెగ్యులర్ గా కొన్ని టాపిక్స్ మీద న్యూస్ వస్తూ ఉంటుంది right even that is like similar kind of news is being shared and in there are places in the world that there is something different that is happening we don't need to hear that so while there is that 6 or 7 things that people can actually write about even in that I hear a different new idea over there so
thank you sister Nivedita thank you
thank you for that.
Yeah.
So, have you painted any wall in your house yet?
లేదు Nivedita. I badly want to get back to it.
You have a lot of coffee. కాఫీ పొడి దొరుకుతుందా
కాఫీ పొడి దొరుకుతుంది బట్ నువ్వు నాకు నేర్పించిన క్యాన్వాస్ పెయింటింగ్ ఉంది కదా I will order something and get it done and start doing something
when
because
you don't have the instruments to do it you have to find ways to do it
creative ways to do it yeah
oh,
but I like that a canvas painting నువ్వు చేపించిన కలర్స్ చేతితో గీయటం you have this freedom of drawing with the hands కదా it is
when
so
you
liberating
the hang of using your hand on the wall I don't think you like the canvas so much
yeah I don't like I love it on the wall there's nothing beats it yeah that's brilliant అది but అంటే ఇక్కడ because you live with a family కదా సో ఆ వాల్స్ ఇంటికి ఎవరైనా వచ్చినా చూస్తున్నా కానీ yeah so
Okay.
Canvas, I say you can just take it and put in the car and take it to Hyderabad.
So what if your son starts drawing on the walls now?
I want him to swim into the ocean of this colors, creative expression, because it's the best thing. But yeah, let's see.
Okay. What are the books that you're reading off late?
I'm reading a lot. What am I reading? I'm reading Zero to One by Peter Thiel. It's notes on startups, and I am reading. Uh, I'm reading something on mental health and the mind tools. I've read about Headspace, mindfulness. Yeah, and then I read it. Yeah, I'm reading a lot about Telugu books these days. So I started reading this book. It was
What is
very nice. It's called
Atma Noka? I can't read. No, I can't read that.
Atmanoka Divyaga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So
Nice.
those are the books. Yeah.
So has there been any life-changing moments?
Yeah. In the quarantine.
Generally? Even it could be like you're going somewhere and you suddenly see some message on the billboard and say, oh, wow, I think I should change my route to something else, or my thought process should change. As simple as that, that is life-changing to anything that has been life-changing where you could take a break, or I don't know, you moved your direction, you changed tracks.
అంటే before lockdown దాకా um, um, I was so frustrated. I'm like super duper frustrated. I'm all frustrated. There was so much that's happening in my mind. I didn't know how to come in peace with things which I cannot accept. So steady frustration, and when lockdown happened, I had to live with those thoughts and the thoughts which I was escaping from. Now, when I had to live with those thoughts, initially చాలా కష్టం ఉంది. I didn't know how to handle them. They're causing a lot of sleeplessness, the frustration, the helplessness. టీవీలో ఇది చూడటం అది చూడటం ఏం అర్థమయ్యేది కాదు. But after a while, ఒక 1 month తర్వాత, it's like you accept, you surrender, and just go with the flow. And that one particular thing which I loved was accept, surrender, and flow. 1 second. Called the healing self.
Okay.
And so I came across this concept called accept, surrender, and flow, and it changed whatever I was going through. So ఏ థాట్ కానీ ఏ గందరగోళం కానీ ఏ తలనొప్పి కానీ ఏదన్నా చాలా డిస్టర్బింగ్ ఏమొస్తున్నా ఇంతకుముందు ఫైట్ చేసేవాడిని. I used to fight with it, and I wanted to feel certain about it. It was so tough for me to handle the uncertainty. But when I started accepting, surrendering it, and just flow with the thought, things started changing, and I felt I could find that peace in this lockdown, unfortunately. And ever since it happened, I started applying it to life, and my sleep cycle has improved dramatically. I'm able to sleep much better. Yeah. It is the fact that you fight with uncertainty, and there is no point in fighting with uncertainty. You accept, you surrender, and just go flow. So that's.
Thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing it, because it requires a lot of courage to do that. I mean, when you break away from that image and we accept moving into the space of persona,
Yeah.
we are being vulnerable every moment, and
Right.
living that moment every moment is being in the present. So thank you for sharing and being so vulnerable about it, because this is something that requires a conversation. Like when we get fever, we go to a doctor or we seek help. But when it comes to emotions, even expressing what we feel to the next person living with us, we don't do that. We just keep it either bottled up, or either because we're shy, or we don't know how to express, or
Right.
we just think it in our head and think we have spoken and we actually don't speak. And I've seen this difference especially between men and women. Women go, even one string, the whole story comes out in one tirade. But with men, it is like they would say or speak something and then it would withdraw. But the whole conversation happens in your head. Just the fact that even having a conversation with someone and expressing is very important.
Right.
And that will actually enhance the emotional state or balance, because otherwise, if you're only telling dialogues to yourself, there is no different point of view that you will get unless you
True.
speak to another person. So I'm not saying that, you know, every situation requires a therapist or every situation requires a mental health practitioner to butt in. But I think a conversation, or at least being willing to look at it with acknowledgement, is required. And that
100%.
will happen when two people have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you for bringing it up, and thank you for actually being willing to say that.
Right, and it's the time, Nivetha, and moreover, we do neglect this part of mental health. But if everyone can dive deep into understanding this mental health, the mindfulness or the energy and everything, our interpretation or experience of life will be much more happier, much more enjoyable. Like what are these thoughts, this whatever the outside environment is, they all have potential to play havoc on your mind.
Yeah.
So it is when you are it is only when you are aware of it, that self-awareness and understanding what it takes to put yourself in a good mental health condition. I think it's the most prerequisite thing for anything, for everyone.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we can choose trauma and we can choose joy.
Yeah.
We can choose drama or we can choose to be happy and have ease.
Yeah.
And most of it is not taught in school.
Not at all. Not at all.
And,
And
you know, I wish there was some kind of a curriculum that actually can get introduced where, like, moral science used to be a part of the curriculum, you know, where you're talking about developing a sense of integrity.
Yeah.
I think it's only after becoming a parent or after actually trying to understand your own journey when the child is living in front of you that actually you can understand, okay, this is what I've gone through, or I should have had attention with, or I should have known this. Now, how can I give it to the child is actually the opening question.
True, very true, 100% true. And moreover, when you're in when you get into a job market or when you get into a real world, Telikunda, there's so many things that influence us. And that you, because you want to be that alpha male, you want to be that the guy who achieves, the guy who makes a mark, the guy who leaves a history of himself. So these all things put you under a lot of stress, and you don't know which of these are actually helping you to be a person who enjoys his life better. They leave you sad, they leave you depressed. And our core beliefs ni unless you have the mindfulness approach to the beliefs, to everything that you're doing in life, to everything that you're being influenced in life, it is this awareness that will let you, that'll set you on the path to enjoy the experience of life. This is what I feel.
You know, actually, there's this whole pressure. Like for men, it's you have to have a job, you have to take care of the family. And what if you're actually dreaming of something different? Like, or if there's a woman, there's a lot of pressure on you. You have to nurture the kids, you have to take care of the home. There is this stereotypical kind of an idea. Yes,
Yeah.
the day nurturer, hunter-gatherer, nurturer concept was good. It worked in that period because that was required then. Now, with the cost of living going up and also women getting more educated, there is this whole balance that is happening. Like men want to work, women want to work, and now men not just want to work, they want to have a creative side to that. A lot more choices are available to explore now.
Yeah, true.
Now, the question is, how can we actually be free to explore all of that and still be financially stable, still have that inflow so that the basics are taken care of. So would you be, as a person, I'm just asking probably out of the blue, that would you as a person be willing to be in that space where you give yourself a chance to actually explore what you really love to do, while yes, there is also that, okay, I have a family and we have to work on this together? Would you really give yourself that chance? Like, today, if nothing was a barrier, everything is like, okay, if you didn't have to do all of that, what would you actually choose? That is happening. If that is not your main issue, like taking care and being the stereotypical male provider, whatever, what would
Yeah.
you choose for yourself?
If I'm not the stereotypical alpha male giver, what would I choose? అంటే నివేత ఒకటి I would love to give love to the family. I would love to give them financial independence, because that helps them to be at more peace in house, to be more secure. And um, these are all things that either your better half can do or you can do. Because as a family, you're a unit, and you while see, I can't choose risky sports as I did in my post engineering or whatever it is, because I'm equally responsible individual to the family. So I would want to provide to these people for a better life ahead, but I don't want to kill myself in the process of it.
Yeah.
Because if I experience my life in a joyful way, I will transfer that to my family, who will experience it in a much joyful way.
True.
But if I am in the pursuit of achieving something that the world looks at me saying that, dude, this guy made it big, man. But in the process, if I kill myself, I'm not just killing myself, I'm killing the entire family with me. And as much as I cherished my childhood, because my parents gave me that beautiful environment to grow in, I want to give that to my family and kids. Because అంటే I am okay living a very low lifestyle, like a good okay lifestyle. I'm good with that, but I don't want the family to go through shit because I want to have that expensive lifestyle. So I'm pretty clear about those things. As I said, but if you are not self-aware, the society wants you to be alpha male, and alpha male undi tremendous pressure and stress. I don't know who are we proving this point for. Yeah.
Is there any topic that you would like to discuss, or you have that, okay, this has to be talked about? Maybe I haven't asked you a question around it. Is there something that you feel that needs change, or I don't know? I mean,
Of late, నేను ఏం గమనిస్తున్నా అంటే నివేత, like the Facebook or WhatsApp. See, Facebook కానీ WhatsApp కానీ, they have a power to influence people. And now there's so much of fake messages. ఇప్పుడు పాలిటిక్స్ లో ఫేక్ మెసేజ్ పెడుతుంటే ఏదో వెస్టెడ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఇది అనుకోవచ్చు. కోవిడ్ జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు, when COVID is happening and still happening, people were spreading a lot of fake messages, a lot of hatred messages. And I mean, like, you are only creating a lot of panic in the people by doing that. There's enough panic that is being created by TVs and news channels, who are all killing you with their predictions about the near death scenarios that we have. Why is that we don't feel responsible when we're putting something out there, that this thing can influence a lot of innocent people, a lot of people who are not critically leveraged enough to think through, whose critical thinking skills are very less. అసలు ఏం లాభం ఉంటుంది దీనివల్ల when you're spreading that fake messages? అసలు దేనికి? What is this? So why can't we all be responsible about what we put on our Facebooks, what we share in our WhatsApps. So this has been going through my mind.
It's an interesting conversation because see, when we put something out there, we are basically talking our point of view.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody is talking their point of view, but now it is up to us who is buying that point of view should decide whether we really want to buy it or not. That's my point.
Yeah, true, Nivedita. But
There's a lot of information available. Too much information available.
Yeah. అంటే నేనేమన్నా అంటే ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు నేను ఉన్నాము, తెలుస్తుంది కొంచెం అయినా ఓకే అసలు ఏం మెసేజ్ దీంట్లో ఎంత ట్రూత్ ఉంది, అథెంటిసిటీ ఉంది. నా ఇమాజిన్ పీపుల్ హూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ దట్ లగ్జరీ ఆఫ్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ ద నాలెడ్జ్ దట్ యూ షేర్. ఇమాజిన్ ఎవరైనా యూనో ఈ పండ్లు అమ్మే వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళకి ఆ మెసేజ్ వస్తుంది, అది చదువుతారు. చికెన్ తినటం వల్ల కోవిడ్ వస్తుంది ఇది అన్నాక they've killed the entire poultry industry. And what fun is it there for you to share this, man? Like you see, నేనేమంటానంటే ఇఫ్ యూఆర్ నాట్ రెస్పాన్సిబుల్, ఒక సింగిల్ థింగ్ నువ్వు షేర్ చేయటం వల్ల నీ ఆనందం దీనికోసం దట్ గెట్స్ ఫార్వర్డ్ టు లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్. ఇమాజిన్ దట్ పాపులేషన్ who are vulnerable to it. That is, I don't know why, what అనేది, but that is something.
Can we ask that to change?
Yeah, I would love people to, when they share messages and everything, please use common sense, or please do not share something which can hurt.
Do a fact check before passing on.
Fact check before, yeah. And ఎందుకు ఆలోచించరు అనిపిస్తుంది. there's some lot of hate messages ఉంటాయి, and that gets spread virally, and why is that? You don't think, are you sadistic by nature, or what is this? I mean, like బటర్ఫ్లై ఎఫెక్ట్ అని అంటారు కదా, ఎక్కడో ఏదో జరిగితే ఇంకో చోట జరుగుతుందని. నువ్వు పాస్ చేసే ఒక్క మైరర్ మెసేజ్, ఒక్క మెసేజ్, it could create killings of so many other people. Now for no cause of them. Now who bears the responsibility of it? You don't make lives of people so vulnerable.
Each of us actually is responsible. My teacher once told me, we are influenced by our surroundings and we are responsible for our surroundings.
Yes, definitely, yeah. This is what I had in my mind. Inkokati నాకు ఏమనిపిస్తుందంటే, as an actor or an artist or a music director or a director or whatever it is, for them this film is a creative expression. This field is a creative expression of it. Now when they do this creative expression and this artist is being made fun in social media, nakemanipistante an artist is a very sensitive person, extremely sensitive by nature. He writes these emotional stories because he feels sorry for those characters. No, అలాంటి emotional sensitive person ని నువ్వు ట్రాల్ చేస్తావు, వాడి ఇంటర్వ్యూలో ఏవేవో thumbnails పెడతావు, you make his life horrible. Now how long will this sensitive person endure this drama of being criticized in the public, this drama of being ridiculed, this drama of being going through the trolls? How long will he continue? It is as in itself, films lo undatam, ee creative journey lo undatame oka telini financial ganu stressful one. Though you enjoy doing it, though you find those moments of flow, it's still a stressful one. Now that same person is being trolled, is ridiculed, is criticized in the public domain, where your friends read it, where the others read it and have fun of it. That is so traumatizing for an artist and I wanted to this go out so that people know it's easy to criticize or ridicule someone, but what they will go through is and it is for example you have you know a friend and you've written something bad about him on Facebook and 10,000 people share because it is so funny for them. Now what will happen to that person, one single person? So I don't know. Yeah, these thoughts I have.
So usually, there's a conversation that's going around shame, about anger, about guilt. All these are emotions that take us into a cyclical thing. You know, we were also having a discussion about how one can either be an acknowledgement that, oh, this is happening, and acknowledging that, and then there is this judgment and a whole tirade of amplifying it. That's what you're talking about. So if only we could move towards acknowledgement and be there instead of getting into judgment and making it very significant, very big.
Yeah, just acknowledge, but don't judge it. Because why do you want to judge someone?
Have an opinion, and it's okay to have a difference of opinion. At the same time, you don't have to push for your own opinion.
Right.
And what else is possible?
Yeah, those are the things that of late I have that been going around in my mind. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your views. Thank you for having a conversation.
Yeah.
So I'll be signing off now on this.
And it was so nice talking with you, Nivedita, and I'm looking forward for your upcoming guests on the show, so that there's something that I can learn from and take it for being a better person.
Yeah, that was the purpose. You know, there are a lot of people doing a lot of things, and it's not just what we see them doing. You know, it's like for example, you are there. You're not just into acting. You have so much as a person that you have to share. I mean, that is not a conversation that we can have unless we know each other personally.
Yeah.
And what if the world has the chance to delve into the minds of people? You don't have to read an autobiography of a person, or you don't have to be somebody very influential to have something to share. So the whole purpose of starting this is to understand that there is another person right next door, and there is so much to offer, and there's so much somebody can be inspired in that conversation. It could be life-changing.
Yeah.
And maybe while having this conversation, it might create that change just because we're having a conversation.
True.
So thank you. Thank you so much for being you, and thank you so much for being this person that you're being.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling me on the show.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.